how has your definition of like leadership changed over time? Like maybe through the fellowship, maybe through your work experience, maybe through having your son grow up now to be, a man.
I think one of the biggest things that I like how I see that it's changed is when I'm younger, you think as leaders, as, these people with positions and they're higher up and, you have to strive to become that or strive to be a leader. But if now I look at it that everyone's a leader, no matter what age, no matter what position you are, no matter where you are in life, you can be a leader. You can make a difference in other people's lives. And I think that's one of the biggest things about being a leader is making a positive difference in those you lead. And you can do that at any level, whether it be, coaching YMCA basketball, doing even pinball, bringing people together, talking about life goals. So I think that's the biggest thing. Leadership isn't placed high up on a shelf. It's for everybody, and we all have the ability and capability to do it.
That's very true. Don, what do you think? Like, how throughout your life or your adult life has your definition of leadership been shaped? And
well, I agree with you here, Jason. Like when I was in college and I thought like, oh yeah, to get to these certain levels, it's always these older folks and they've put in all this time, they've got all this knowledge, which is very true. But as you start to get into the workforce and you start seeing a lot of times leadership, it happens because there are people who are willing to put themselves out there and be leaders. And it's not necessarily a role that you're given or a position that you're given. A lot of times it happens organically. Like people gravitate towards other people because of the energy and how they lead themselves, and those people want to follow them.
Yeah.
And it's, I'm not saying that it's like effortless, because it's not effortless, but you have to put yourself out there to be a leader. And I think at any stage of the game, you can definitely do that. I think if you are doing stuff, then you're doing stuff, and that leads to other stuff. And then, like I said, your plate might be full, but there are certain things that if you just take the risk and put yourself out there, you'll be amazed at what you get back in return.
So where do you see yourself in a few years now, 3 to 5 years? You've just, have been promoted to a new position, finishing up your MBA. Like, how does Idaho benefit from all that you've accomplished?
Oh, once I finished my MBA here, I definitely, like I said, I feel like my mission and St. Luke's mission goes really well together. I'm really hoping that I get to stay at St. Luke's. But I also, when I have some more free time, I want to continue more with the volunteering within the community, because there are definitely some areas that I really want to give back to. I think with younger people as well, one area through Boise State and our church, we work with some students there. And I just feel like if we want quality leaders, then we need to invest in the young people in our state, because eventually we want them leading us in the right direction. So
100%.
That's awesome. How about you, Jason?
For me, definitely come back in 3 to 5 years, be back here in Idaho. I think a really big opportunity for Idaho is in the education realm, as far as how well we're doing in youth education and then transferring that into higher education or the trade skills. There's a huge opportunity in Idaho, so I'd definitely like to be involved in that, be a part of that. Kind of working at College of Western Idaho and their basic skills education really gave me a good insight into that and the needs that Idaho has for that area. So something I definitely have on the horizon.
So what would be your advice to people who are thinking about, becoming part of the Mission 40 Leaders Fellowship? What type of person do you think should apply?
Oh, I think somebody who's willing to put themselves out there, like really put yourself out there and do something different. If this is something you've never done before, you need to do it. You need to just sign up and you need to commit, and your mind will be blown. Like it was, I really didn't know what I was getting into when I filled out the application. But as soon as the first book came for us to read and I read it, I think it was was that
Lead
one?
yourself first.
Lead yourself first. There's still things from that book that I've incorporated into my daily life. In the mornings, I don't turn the radio on when I go to work because that's my quiet time. I just need to remember that sometimes when life gets crazy, because I just say do it. Like, if you're on the edge, you'll have the time to do it. You're going to have the support to do it. And the folks that you meet are going to be people that you're going to want to hang out with for a long time.
That's really cool. What about you, Jason? What would your advice be to someone that maybe, I don't know, on the fence or intimidated like I was?
I would say to that person, just do you want to grow in life? And if the answer to that question is yes, then do it.
Thanks for joining us for the Mission 43 podcast. Our purpose is to provide you opportunities to lead, learn, and inspire throughout your Idaho communities.
We want to hear what you thought. Like, subscribe, or leave a comment below.